So much live sport to come, and so many different sports across the talkSPORT network over Christmas, not least that big fight night you just heard about there. Tyson Fury against Alexander Usyk in Riyadh, the rematch. Our coverage starts on talkSPORT, 7:30 Saturday night. Jim White's heading out there. I feel a bit for Jim White today because he's had to say the words Fahad Mashiri for the last time, seeing as the Everton owner has sold up to the Friedrich Group. So, along with Roland Duchâtelet, the words Fahad Mashiri will not be heard between 10 and 1 in the mornings anymore. Anyway, he's off to Riyadh, is Jim.
Tough gig.
I know, yeah, to host our coverage. As the voice of Chris Mason, the Ace Mason, you can hear alongside me, Ian Danter. You listen to coverage of
I'd still rather be here than Riyadh.
Well, absolutely, it's a no-brainer, right? You'll listen to coverage of the PDC World Darts Championship on talkSPORT 2 with Village Hotels. Dine out, stay, work out and play this festive season at one of 33 cracking locations. Well, that was very tidily done by Callan Rydz to go through.
Beautiful performance. 15 minutes and 32 seconds of hockey time. That is the best first round performance in terms of average we've seen. The record was set 12 months ago by some kid called
I don't know, you're struggling. Laidler?
Something like that. Anyway, he had a 106.
Luke Laidlaw, that's it.
Yes, the one. And yeah, Rydz has just trumped that. 107.06, 12 140s, 3 180s, 60% on his doubles. Grabber, that's just, well, he got 2 legs in the entire match. That was really special. It's been a tough year for Callan Rydz. His form has been literally all over the shop, but he is very much an all or nothing player. There's no B game, there's no in between with Rydz. He's either doing something like that or averaging in the late 80s. So good to see, and a big statement of intent by Rydz.
But that's not the story of the day, because earlier Lok Min Lee from Hong Kong won by 3 sets to 1 against Chris Landman of the Netherlands, and I was lucky enough to catch up with Lok backstage just a few minutes ago to talk to him about his brilliant win.
Honestly, I tried my best already, but really, Chris Landman is a good player, but he gave me some chances. He gave me finish the doubles and the height, the turn of it. But I really want to thank you, my family, my friend, my fans, in my Hong Kong, in anywhere in the world. Really thank you about all of you. Thank you.
Well, talk us through, because you were 1 set down, but you'd played okay, and you looked like you were quite settled up there, and then suddenly you rattle off 9 legs in a row.
Yeah, I think maybe he will finish the game, but I just try my best to finish all the doubles, all my darts, and then I try to finish it. I not care about what he play, I just care about what I have to do.
You got pretty much everything. You got the win, you got a ton plus checkout. The only thing you didn't manage was a 180.
Yeah, 118, yeah. It's not lucky, but I'm happy to finish it, because it is an important leg to break the leg.
Yeah. So Brendan Dolan is your next opponent in round 2. Have you ever played against Brendan before?
Before my teammate played, Hugo and Kai Fan Leung, they played before in 2021 in the World Cup. They played with Gurney and Brendan Dolan, but this time I'm playing by single. So try my best to be in.
So there we go. What a performance from the Hong Kong player Lok Yin Lee. Remember that name. He'll be taking on Brendan Dolan, the history maker, in the second round, having won that encounter 3-1. Incidentally, as well as that brilliant, which we've talked about that performance at length, but Callan Rydz's next opponent, Martin Schindler, that should be a really good top game, that.
Absolutely, especially if he brings that level of play to the stage. But the problem is, we've seen good performances from Rydz before, and then he doesn't quite back them up, and he will have to against Schindler. Germany's #1 right now, and he's picked up a couple of European tours. The first, well, in the modern game outside of Max Hopp years ago, he's the first one to do what he's doing. Gabriel Clemens yet to win on the Pro Tour, so he's sort of setting a standard, Schindler, and he's certainly a different player than he was 12 months ago. He's still not the finished article, he's still an improving player, so that could be a real tasty match, especially over the best of 7 sets, which it will go to in that round.
So coming up shortly will be match 3 of the afternoon. Gabriel Clemens, who Mason's just mentioned there, is going to be taking on Robert Owen in this afternoon's 4th match that Mark Wilson and Paul Nicholson will bring you. And for those just tuning in, there's a lot riding on that match for Robert Owen, who got through against Neil Zonneveld in round 1. But if he fails to get past Gabriel Clemens, his tour card will be gone. So victory imperative for the Welshman in that final match this afternoon against a guy in Clemens who you've just been saying there, Mace. He's not in great form, so the chance is there for Robert.
Yeah, and all Gabe can do is think of a couple of years ago where he had that amazing run that broke broadcast records in Germany to the semi-finals, where, well, the media attention he received was something we've not seen quite before. But yeah, again, that's a tie with just so much on the line for Robert Owen, who worked so hard to get his card. It took him a good few attempts, and it's just not quite worked out with him. But he's another one. He needs a complete brand new knee. He has to have a complete replacement of it, so he struggles to do as much practice as he'd like.
We have one more Carabao Cup quarter-final to bring you later tonight on talkSPORT. So you've got a choice of listening here on talkSPORT 2. We'll bring you the evening session from day 5 of the PDC World Darts. But Tottenham Hotspur against Manchester United will be your match live on talkSPORT from the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. I didn't know until yesterday. I knew they had American football facilities there. There's a kart track underneath the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium.
I didn't know that.
A karting track, which is apparently incredibly high quality. There was a lady driver on with Hornsby and Jacobs yesterday who was practicing on there, trying to get to Formula 3 and Formula 2.
Wow.
Now the Bollywood music you can hear is for the Indian qualifier, Nitin Kumar, making his way to the stage. Such a vastly experienced darting professional. I think he's been on the circuit for the best part of 15 years.
And he's an absolutely cracking fella too. Very rarely you don't see him with a smile on his face, and he will love every minute of this.
Taking a selfie with someone in the front row. The Royal Bengal is about to enter the stage. So he is the first player onto the stage, and he will be taking on a man in Martin Lukeman, otherwise known as Smash.
Have you ever been to India? No?
I have not. No, I've been to parts of the Thailand is as close as I've got. Thailand was an incredible country. I've never eaten such extraordinary fresh fish like tiger prawns and goodness in Thailand. My goodness.
No good for me, I'm allergic to fish.
Oh, well.
And shellfish.
Forget I said it.
I don't think this is going to be a... Well, hello, we're going to have another one here in Martin Lukeman, but he came up against a phenomenal Luke Littler who, well, he lost the first 2 legs and then won the next 15. And then eventually won 16-3. It was a ridiculous performance in the final.
Lukeman's never got past the second round. Nitin Kumar has never won a set here in 3 previous attempts at the PDC World Championships. But there is an argument out there, Chris Mason, to say that Nitin's playing as well as he's ever been playing. His average for the year is just a shade over 80. 67% win rate on the Asian Tour, and he did well in Dubai earlier in the year.
Yeah, he's got. The problem is there's such a disparity between his numbers, which are tidy enough. You got to remember he plays in an environment where anything around 80-85 is going to see you win most matches. The environment that Lukeman applies his trade, well, you won't you won't win a goldfish averaging between 80 and 85.
Is that a route into the fish story that you've just done there?
Right, so I've been allergic to fish pretty much for as long as I can remember.
Okay.
And when I lived in Tiverton, there was this remarkable fish and chip shop, and I was walking past, and I wonder maybe if I've
grown out of it.
Because you can grow out of allergies, of course.
You can.
So I decided to order fish and chips, the biggest piece of cod they had, and
So you went all in.
Oh yeah, I had salt and vinegar, and then so I ate a lot and sat there and thought, oh no. So I ran the hospital up. They said, are you still able to drive? I lived 5 minutes from the hospital, so I drove in, and the doctor said, right, so you're allergic to fish. What did you eat that had fish in it? I said, cod and chips. And he said, well, how much of it you had? I said, oh, I had all of it. Right. And then another sort of guy came in, he went, you know you're allergic to fish and you had fish and chips. I said, yeah, I thought I might have grown out of it. But the look on their faces when they said, well, how much do you have? I said, oh, it's about, I don't know, about a foot long, I suppose. It was a big cod.
I mean, many of us would have tried a bite of scampi or something,
yeah.
you know.
Yeah, I should have eased myself in, really, with maybe a fish finger. But no.
You see, I'm thinking scampi, you're thinking fish fingers. That says far too much.
The most
about
annoying
me.
thing is I absolutely love fish as well, and I can't eat it.
Oh,
so,
mate.
Yeah, so I had a day in hospital where I was filled with all sorts, and yeah, it was quite a funny story. And
oh, mate.
I actually, a few weeks later, I seen the said doctor in town, and he sort of looked at me and he went, because it was by the chip shop as well.
Don't you dare. Keep walking. We're underway. First of 3 sets, remember, in these first, and indeed when we get to the second round, those encounters are also best of 5 sets. Nitin Kumar has the darts, and he's on a 1-4-1 checkout, and he's got a chance, double 12. Oh, he wires it, well, just on the outside.
He will be inspired by the young man from Hong Kong who he's just seen go up there and turn Landman over. I mean, they were extreme odds, 8-1 on. Landman was, well, Lukeman's 33-1 on.
And he's pinned double 12 with a 16 dart hold. And Nitin Kumar, who I remind you has never won a set in Ali Pali in 3 previous attempts, never mind winning a match.
Well, the pressure is all on Martin Lukeman. You know, he's 33-1 on. He's not expected really to maybe lose 1 or 2 legs in the entire contest, but this place does some great things. It does some bad things to you too, but it also can inspire.
Well, Jeffrey Deswan, Brendan Dolan and Rapid Ricky Evans have done for Nitin Kumar in previous tournaments.
So not exactly the easiest of draws.
No, that was in 2019, in 20 and 22.
And he's up against now a guy who has made a major final this year and is absolutely flying.
Lukeman, for his part, lost to Damon Heta last year
again
by 3 sets to 1, which is no disgrace. And Martin Schindler beat him the year before by 3 sets to 1. So still finding his way in the World Championships.
Well,
Martin
he's come
Lukeman
to the elite level of darts at a very late age, really. When you look at the other end of the scale of players who we're going to see today and tonight, Nico Springer, and
I'm looking forward to watching him. From what you and Nico said about him,
he's special.
Sounds like he's going to be a lot of fun to watch.
Well, Nitin here, not in a bad spot. Lukeman, a leg down in set 1, wants 112. Nitin wants 207, so we can find a treble here and get himself down to a single treble combination, which he's not done. He's left himself 148.
1-1-2 for Lukeman. Treble 20 hit, 12 for double top, and it's just over the top. But Kumar, 148. He nearly took out a big check out with the first leg. What's he like here on 1-4-1? Well, the treble 20's hit, and he sort of looks at it. Oh, okay.
Oh, he can stay there. Oh, he's just missed the second treble 20 to have a go. He hits it with his third dart to leave double 4, but I do not expect him to get a go here.
Tops for Lukeman, an inch over the top. Pins it with the second dart, and Lukeman is level. 1 apiece in the first set in a race to 3 here at Ali Pali. Kumar, the thick-set, tall Indian player, white jersey with a beautiful image of a Bengal tiger on the front and the back.
He's got a lovely action as well, isn't it?
Very pure.
I think he's a player that certainly would benefit from maybe
a bit of coaching.
Well, no, a spell, maybe just playing full time for a year. See so many players do it. Damon Heta did it, and you've seen the success he had. Of course, you've had players that it hasn't quite worked out for, but I think he's the kind of guy, if he was surrounded by higher level players, I think he has the ability to raise his own level.
Lukeman, much like Ryan Joyce, throws the dart from the middle of his forehead, almost obscures his view of the board with his right arm and his hand. Doesn't stop him hitting maximums though.
Yeah, Taylor used to bring his hand across his face as well. I think, I'm not quite sure, I think it's just something that's how you, the way you start is the way you pretty much play.
I can say I love it. It's the way people discover what works for them, orthodox or unorthodox.
Yeah, I mean, he's bang on. He's middle of the hockey. Everything goes down sort of the middle of his body and the middle of his eye line.
Yeah.
But it's effective. It works for him.
Nice 140 as well to get down to a finish of 104, Lukeman, when he comes back. Kumar back on 252. Trying to come down to the 19s on cover. Only hit singles though. So Lukeman to go in front for the first time and break the throw. Wants 104. 12 for double 16. That's the target. And that is the outshot.
Wow.
A 104 checkout. And Lukeman finds his form in leg 3.
15 dart breaker throw there for Lukeman. His average in the early stages approaching the mid-90s, and probably that's where he's going to be in and around come the latter stages of this match. And Nitin now has just got to try and hang tough.
The winner of this match takes on Goldfinger, Andrew Gilding, in round 2. Former UK Open champion, and a guy who we've got to know very well in these elite tournaments with darts on the radio the past couple of years. Been in the match play as well as the Worlds. Kumar.
Yeah, didn't really kick on from winning that UK Open. He was a player that going into it, that when you read through all the stats or watched the Pro Tours, he was often hitting big numbers. And yeah, I think the expectation has not suited him. Some players strive and blossom. He's not one of them so far.
That's the target, Gilding, for these two players. Kumar trying to save the set. Comes up dry with a 60 visit there, no treble. His hair tied up in a ponytail at the back. Smash Martin Lukeman with a shaved head. Comes downstairs for treble 19, picks off one of those. So he's not quite down to a finish, but Kumar is a good 100 points behind. Drifts into treble 5 at the start of this latest visit. And again, I think 55 in the end is all it was. Great grouping, but just a bit too far to the left-hand side. Lukeman, meantime, straight into the red bit, goes for bull from 121, 120 left. Single 5.
I understood what he was trying to do there, but just sort of overcomplicated things. Nitin just confirming with our referee Kirk Bevins that he's on 229, finds treble 19, stays there. Oh, and he just finds treble 1. Just the other side of the wire that separates the treble 20 and the treble 1.
For the set, 115, treble 20 hit, 15 for double top. It's just over the top for Lukeman. Kumar's got a lot of work to do here. 150 the outshot. Means he stays on treble 20. If he hit that twice, it's double 15. Doesn't hit it. So he's going to have to lay up as best he can from here. Only 90 left from 150. So double top for the set for Martin Lukeman. Why is it just over the top? Great marker, too far inside. So he's down for double 10. And he's inside double 10. So Kumar's got a squeak here.
Real chance, should be 20s. 2 singles will leave him a dart at the ball. The treble will give him 2 darts at double 15. Or a single and a treble double 5. And it is double 5. Steps away, I'm not sure. I think he's a rhythm player that would benefit of, well,
not so on this occasion.
What do I know?
The step away from the Oki rod cross style did him the world of good. It's 2-2.
Normally you could sort of almost get carried away with the moment, and it could add a bit of pressure.
Well, it's not like he doesn't know this stage and doesn't know the setting. Even if it is a couple of years since he was last here, he knows the form. Nitin Kumar. So we're into a deciding leg, and Kumar has the darts, but he finds himself 40 points behind. But that's a lovely dart right into the middle of the lipstick. Can't follow it up though, but a 140 will do nicely.
Yeah, be very happy with that. Down to 264. Lukeman cannot afford to make a mistake, and he's not making any. 140 down to 226. Kumar 264, 2 legs all, set 1. Needs to stay straight, finds the trouble with dart 1. This is brilliant. Oh, follows it up. Can he get a max?
Not quite.
Brilliant effort this. Down to 124. Lukeman 226. He finds the trouble with dart 2. Doesn't follow it.
Fascinating stuff. First set on the line here, and Kumar gets first dibs at 124. 104 left, treble 18. Just on the outside of it.
Literally just clipped it.
So it's smashes go now. Starting on the 19s. Single 19. And he went for the treble and missed it. So Kumar's back in for the set on double 16, Mace.
This is incredible. Not won a set before here at the World Championships. He has 3 darts in hand at double 16 to do that.
Inside. So up for double 8 next door. But he pins it! And Nitin Kumar, first set, he's holding up the finger to his VIP friends for the first time in his Ali Pali career. Nitin Kumar has a set in the bag, doesn't have the match in the bag, needs 2 more of those to knock out, smash Martin Lukeman. But Nitin Kumar has the lead in this first round encounter. Second set to come next on your home of darts on the radio, talkSPORT 2.
Is that much greater, Luke? I think now. I mean, I don't know if the power would probably argue that isn't the case, but I mean, I think there's so many great players out there who, as you know, and you're in a bit of a battle with Luke Humphries. We're going to have a chat with Michael van Gerwen, other great players. There's lots of great players at this tournament, aren't there? So you've got to really be on it.
Yeah, well, if you look back at the darts a few years back, it was just looking at number 1 and number 2, whereas you can have a ranked 100 player beating the world number 1, number 2.
Yeah.
And it's just, the darts is so tough. Even when I lose games, it's all over, and I'm just like, he's a professional just like me. Doesn't matter where he's ranked, he's beat me fair and square.
What's that? So you've been asked, I'm sure, to do some fairly mad stuff this year. I was reading something today. You've had a breakfast named after you in a cafe in Ironbridge in Shropshire. Luke went in there around the tournament and had beans on toast with a bit of scrambled egg on the side, and they've now called that the Luke Little.
Oh, come on! I was expecting something a bit more exotic.
Yeah, opportunistic.
Yeah,
one
solid
of the things.
Brown sauce.
No sauce.
No sauce.
No,
okay.
really, sauce free. Okay, fair enough.
The boom in darts has led to the revival of the great show Bullseye. I don't know if it's been filmed yet, but you're going to be in it, aren't you, with Freddie Flintoff? I think that's going to be good.
Yeah, I've already done the filming, just waiting for it to come out.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
No,
Good day. You can't
was it
tell us too
fun?
much. It was fun, was it?
Yeah, it was good. First time meeting Freddie. But yeah, well,
Did you get a little bully?
I did.
I thought you might.
That was kind of, it was before your time. You probably saw the old repeats on Challenge and stuff, have you, over the years? But you don't remember it as a show, do you? I wouldn't think on telly.
No, I don't remember too much. But yeah, it was pretty easy. Also won of the guys on there a few prizes.
Yeah, well, good.
Speedboat?
Well, he can't say. He don't ruin it.
and you can take us with you wherever you go. If I'm out walking the dog, we've always got the talkSPORT app standing by. I want to listen to a bit of Hawksby and Jacobs, or some live football later in the evening. Live darts this afternoon here on talkSPORT 2, when Nitin Kumar of India has taken the first set in a race to 3 against the Grand Slam of darts runner-up Martin Lukeman. The live football doesn't just continue tonight with that Carabao Cup tie between Spurs and Manchester United. That's talkSPORT from 8 p.m. tonight, but game day returns on Saturday, and it will kick off with a choice of listening at 12:30. Aston Villa against beleaguered Manchester City is the talkSPORT game day exclusive commentary at 12:30. Sam Matterface and former Villa defender Martin Keown will be the commentary team there. At the same time, Portsmouth, home of the Moda Super Series, but struggling a bit in the Championship, take on Coventry City, now managed by Frank Lampard. That's a 12:30 kickoff from Fratton Park. Nigel Adderley and Scott Minto will be there for that. When it comes to 3 o'clock, I will be at Portman Road, Ipswich Town against Newcastle. They can win away, Ipswich, but they've yet to win in the Premier League at home. So
it's usually the other way around, isn't it?
Yep, and Newcastle turn up, and I'll be there with Perry Groves and Faye Carruthers. And then Saturday night, attention turns to Riyadh and the rematch between Messrs Tyson Fury and Alexander Usyk. Live and free on talkSPORT from 7:30 with our top team out there in Riyadh. Full commentary straight after the game day phone-in, giving you a chance to reflect on all Saturday's action. We have our watch-along going on the talkSPORT Darts YouTube channel. Myself, Ian Danter and Chris Mason in the commentary box right now. Second set now getting underway. Martin Lukeman had that run to the Grand Slam semi-final, but that came out of nowhere really in terms of his 2024 form on the in the ranking events. Reached the quarterfinals of the UK Open, but didn't really make an indentation anywhere else this year. And he went out in the first round of the Players' Championship finals as well, the last major ranking event before these championships. And he's got some work to do. Nitin Kumar, as we mentioned, has never won a set before in his 3 previous visits. Now he finds himself with a set on the board and a steady ton to get the next set underway. Lukeman, whose darts land awkwardly in the board. Sometimes this land a little flat. Lovely pick off of treble 19, not once but twice though, from smash. But Kumar, with this very orthodox and smooth throwing action, picks himself another ton up.
He's playing very, very well indeed. Super impressed, super pleased for him, because that will be a moment that he certainly won't forget no matter what happens in this tie.
Will it inspire him?
Give him hope and belief. I was just trying to find the name of a documentary I recently watched about tigers that were now living in amongst this old palace in India. It was a fabulous documentary. I can't remember the name of it.
Lukeman's just missed double 9. He's gone inside it. Now Kumar wants 144.
Not going to go. Single 20, needed the treble. Edges closer to the treble. Eventually picks one off. Averaging nearly 90 here, Nitin Kumar. Double 4 for Lukeman to hold. Double 2, double trouble. Ooh. Left it late, but it is a hold.
There's a lady on Instagram, a French lady, who has a tiger Attila that she rescued as a cub, and she can basically stroke it, feed it, be in the...
Yeah, this documentary is about this
vast expanses.
Conservationist who went to this certain part of India where they were almost extinct because of poachers, and between them and the government and volunteers, they actually got them to return to their original habitat. And basically this old place was before a palace, and they just roam freely in there now. It's quite remarkable that all the numbers are starting to come back.
Excellent. Well,
you know me, I love cats of any size.
Oh, absolutely, me too. I mean, poachers, they'd be the first up against the wall come the revolution.
Oh, absolutely.
Nitin Kumar from India. Hitting some very steady ton scores here in this second set.
Well, he leads that metric, 12-9. He's got exactly the same amount of 140s as Lukeman. The only difference is the 180s, and it's only 1-0 in that column to Lukeman.
He very nearly had a second there, but he had a bounce out on 120. Whereas Kumar wants 167, treble 19 would leave Bull, only hits a single 19 though. Back up to the 20s.
But he's asking the question of Lukeman to take out another ton plus finish. He's already had a 104.
98 left. Well, he needed treble 20 to leave double 19.
I wonder how much Lukeman would have known about Kumar.
He must have. I mean, I'm aware. If I'm aware of him, and you know, he must be. Kumar.
That's a great guide on double 16,
isn't it? It's right next to the double on the inside. So it was indeed a perfect guide, and a knowing wink to the camera from Nitin Kumar. He's enjoying himself up there, as well he might, having taken his first ever set at Alexandra Palace. Now he's one apiece with Martin Lukeman.
He's averaging 96 in this set. He averaged 88, 58 in set 1. He was 60% on his doubles. He's 67% now on his doubles.
Well, Lukeman's not showing any signs of annoyance or distress up there.
No, there's no panic.
Still getting the job done, or trying to. He's in front of the maximum here. Oh, another bounce out. Not only is it a bounce out, one of the darts that was in the treble 20 was knocked out by the third. The third dart then landed
deflected
in
into the one. What could go wrong went wrong.
Kumar coming down to the 19s and picking off 4 of those. So Lukeman, whether he knew much about Nitin Kumar or not,
he does now.
He certainly does. And well, the times I've gone to sporting occasions and underestimated the potential for a game to go a certain way.
Well, especially in football, it happens so often.
Prime example, Japan against
the
Belgium.
in cup games and
World
internationals.
Cup, I thought Japan against Belgium was a shoo-in in the round of 16 for Belgium, you know, the golden generation. Japan went 2-0 up. I mean, yes, they lost the game. Belgium scored in the last minute, but I was so wrong to underestimate Japan. And I swore I'd never do it again.
Well,
but then when you hear odds of 10-1 against someone like Nitin Kumar, you can't help but think, well, what chance has he realistically got? The odds compilers must know something I don't. But here he is, one set up. That's great throwing from Martin Lukeman, though. 2 treble 20s and Bullseye to leave him on double 16. Beautifully done.
Yeah, Nitin slightly missed a trick here. He was in a position to really pressure Lukeman to potentially break throw, but credit to Lukeman, produced a beautiful 170, and he's beginning to sweat up. He's feeling the pressure here.
He's gone inside double 16 with 3 darts in his hand. The first 2 were outside, so the big fish, 170 for Nitin Kumar, won't go. He just wired that first dart right over the top of the treble.
Hear it, couldn't you?
A ton will have to do. So Lukeman back in for 2-8s, Mace.
Yeah, should go, does go. Little 19 dart leg, but it's just about enough to keep his nose in front in this second set. Nitin Kumar leads by a set to 0.
2 5s for Nitin. It's been a bit of that actually. If his darts do drift, they do tend to drift to the left of the 20. Saves it to a degree, but just 30 scored.
Yeah, that could be that in terms of this set, because treble 20 from Lukeman comes for cover, didn't like the lie, and picks off treble 18 on his other cover.
Did your throw change much over the years?
Yeah, it does. It sort of happens without you knowing it, and then you try to throw how you think you used to throw, and then you end up in all sorts of trouble, as I did, because I just couldn't fathom out how it had changed. But it can sometimes happen from practicing too much, because you'll tend to just make tiny little adjustments that feel comfortable at the time, and then you just can't find that one spot or that one grip pattern or the tempo. It just all goes.
Lukeman with his unorthodox throw from...
Sorry, Dan's big example of that is now the break in the wrist in the MVG throw.
Yes.
Where the dart at his prime was pointing to the sky, now it points to the floor. He was just closing that hand, and the problem he gets then is upon release he can't open the hand quick enough.
Martin Lukeman for the set is 214 points from that equalising set. It comes up dry.
He scored there, 57, so down to 157. Nitin here on 216, finds he'd love a max. Leaves double 18, of course, but he's not going to do that. But does knock a ton off, so down to 116 if he gets a go.
157 for Lukeman first up, though. Hits the 7, so 150 left, staying on the 19s, and picks off 4 of those. So Kumar 116, treble 20 the first order of business, and then 16 would leave tops. 96 left, stays there for treble 20, that would leave double 18, only a single, and he hits the treble 20 at the end of the visit.
He gives it a wry smile. He thinks he's not going to be back. He might not be. 2 darts at double 16.
Inside double 16, double 8 for the set. There it is, 1-1, and Smash thumps the fist into the palm of his left hand and says, I'm back. And Nitin Kumar has been pegged back by Martin Lukeman. So 1 set apiece in a race to 3. We'll play to a conclusion next. You're listening to coverage of the PDC World Darts Championship on talkSPORT 2 with Village Hotels. Dine out, stay, work out and play this festive season at one of 33 cracking UK locations. Myself, Ian Danter and Chris Mason, back shortly.
We had 2 lads on who obviously are trying to establish themselves as the best in the world, and now the new faces of darts. How much does that motivate you to puff your chest out a little bit and say, I'm still the man?
Listen, I've been doing this for 15 years. They've been doing it for 1.5 year. Luke Little, not even a year. So there's still a long run to go. So we're going to talk in 5 years' time. Do you know what I mean?
Brilliant.
No, but they're doing really well at the moment, and they've been their credit for the sport of darts and how more competitive it is, how better it is.
Yes.
So I'm looking forward to the battles. Even I didn't perform well in the last 12 months. I still played, I think, Little 12 times. I still beat him 6 times. He beat me 6 times. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. So but I just mean, as you get older as athletes, you need a new reason, don't you, to get up and do it. You
always, it starts where you need to have joy in what you do, and after that you need to have dedication, and from there on, and of course talent. Because without talent, I can practice football 24 hours a day and never going to be a great footballer. But you need the total package has to be right, and always set yourself a target. Sometimes they ask me, "What's your target?" I love what I do, so that's my target. You know what I mean? I like it. I like to perform on stage and make myself and everyone in the crowd and people at home happy. Yeah, that's my target.
Brilliant. Have you been surprised what the year that Luke Little has had? When we spoke to you this time last year, he was saying just won the junior tournament and he was going into the Worlds.
Yeah, but he was always a massive talent. Yeah. So of course, what he did since is incredible. Good, but not only that, what do you think Luke Humphries has been doing in the last 18 months? Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's great as well. But I think that's good. More phases, more great battles. People talk about it, then the sport gets bigger. Yeah. And we have more to talk about.
I've been in the crowd a few times when this man has entertained.
Yeah.
And I will say he's one of the best entertainers I've seen, from not just from darts, from
a performance point of view. Just be yourself, that's enough.
Yeah. But I'm saying you give us in the crowd great moments. And you've inspired a few drinks, let's put it that way.
Day 5 at Alexandra Palace, and there's already that slight aroma in the air of having had 4 days of darting action and 3,000 fans.
I don't think I can quite explain the aroma either.
I could try.
It's unique.
Yes, particularly once you get to day 15, 16, and you're proper deep into these championships.
Ronnie O'Sullivan has tried to explain it because, of course, the Masters snooker traditionally
follows
In fact, as this is being tore down, the trucks arrived to turn it into a snooker venue.
And this darts venue does not have a ticket spare for any session. They've sold out in record time for these championships. Maybe the littler effect. He's on Saturday night, don't forget, and he'll be taking on Ryan Meikle in his second round encounter. Once we get to Saturday night and onwards, it'll be all second round encounters. The first round stuff should be done mid-Saturday afternoon. I think the last one is Richard Veenstra is the last ranked player who takes to the field for his first round encounter. Still got the likes of Stephen Bunting, Michael van Gerwen, Ryan Searle, Vessel Nyman,
Gary Anderson,
who is in the side of the draw opposite to Messrs Humphries and Littler. Every chance that the Flying Scotsman could make another World Championship final. Michael Smith tonight, you'll hear that live on talkSPORT 2 this evening, up against Kevin Durtz of the Netherlands, who ran him so close a year ago. But we're at one apiece. What was the tail of that second set there that Martin Lukeman got back level with, Mace?
Yeah, 87.04, only a, well, 85.18 for Nitin, so not massively outplayed, but it is one set apiece. It's 5-4 in legs in favour of Lukeman, but credit to Kumar here. He's just trying to hang on. There was an opportunity in that last set that had just passed him by, but fascinating game. Well, in fact, it's a much longer game than our previous one with Callan Ridds that was over in 15 minutes. This has been going 20 already, and we're only in set 3.
So Martin Lukeman, Smash, as he's known, with his black and green darts jersey with the green fist coming out the back like Incredible Hulk. That, of course, was Smash was one of his kind of catchphrases. Not in the TV series with Bill Bixby. I don't think he ever said Smash.
No.
Well, he
didn't say anything.
Yeah. Apparently, the Hulk's voice from that TV series, you know that low voiceover at the start. That the guy did that voiceover. He made the growling noises for the Hulk. Every day's a school day, even if it's useless information like that. It's not going to get you anywhere, that is it?
He was the actual guy who played the original Hulk was a bodybuilder in the era of Arnold Schwarzenegger, of course.
Lou Ferrigno,
yeah.
Who was profoundly deaf as well.
Yes, which is why he got into bodybuilding, because he was obviously getting sadly bullied.
Kumar wants tops for the first leg of this third set. He's got it. Lukeman was waiting on 100, but Kumar with the darts gets back in front, one leg to zip.
And another 15 darter from him.
Lukeman tries to respond with a maximum at the start of leg 2. 140 will have to do. Those darts of Kumar's do fly through the air so gracefully.
That's why I think he's not.
There's something there.
Yeah, there's more there than what we're seeing, because fundamentally it's bob on.
Well, he's still only 39 years of age, Nitin Kumar. As I mentioned, he's been on the circuit, I think, since 2011, if memory serves. Lives in Dubai these days,
Does
in
he?
the UAE.
Wow. It's not cheap there, is it?
I don't know. Actually, that's not true. I did have a look around Dubai airport on a connecting flight once, and it was terrifying, the price of everything in that departure lounge. They had a car showroom in there.
Yeah.
Car shows in an airport.
I went to a fabulous hotel in Munich last year that had a car museum within the confines of the hotel. It was, well, right on my street, obviously. I had a great time.
Out in Manaus in Brazil, there was a zoo in the back garden of the hotel I stayed in. Ridiculous. Now Nitin Kumar's about to lose this leg. He's wayward again with his darts across to the left. Martin Lukeman wants double 9. Just inside it, 9 left, 1 for double 4. The 1 is hit, double 4 for Smash. to bring us back to one leg all. Oh, he's inside it. So again, the door slightly ajar for Nitin Kumar here. 1-4-6 the outshot.
Yeah, and he might need something like this to go deeper in the match. He's got one treble 19. Oh, just misses the second to get a poke at double 16. 70 left. Tide is up, leads 52. We don't expect him to get a go, although the doubling from Lukeman's been a bit erratic. A bit like that dart. It's closer to treble 2 than double 2.
So Madhouse, double 1. Got to attack it, one dart left. And he attacks it and gets his reward. And brings us level in sets and legs. 1-1 in sets, 1-1 in legs on talkSPORT 2.
Yeah, that will hurt Nitin, because he'd have been stood behind him, and see how far the double 2 was, and the double 1 with dart 2 was equally as far away. And then only to see the last dart find the target. Why do all the better players do that?
So all square in this third match of the afternoon session. Gabriel Clements against Robert Owen to come next. So Germany got all the way to the semi-finals a couple of years ago, up against the Welshman, who needs to win to keep his tour card. There's an awful lot riding on that match, so stay here, and Paul Nicholson and Mark Wilson will guide you through that. Lukeman against the darts, trying to get a bit of an advantage, and he has. He's about, well, 100-odd points ahead of Nitin Kumar here. Not going to have a better chance to break, because once again Kumar comes up dry with a trebleless visit.
Yeah, he's in a spot of bother here now. Lukeman will pounce all over this. Wow. Well,
he's just hit the meaning of life, the universe and everything, 42. But that's no help to him. But he is still a good 100 points clear after 9 darts apiece. Kumar can't find a treble for love nor money at the minute. That's his 19th trebleless visit in this encounter. 7 clear of what Lukeman has to his name. And eventually Lukeman rather gets down to a finish 1-2-4 when he comes back. Can Kumar pressurise it at all? Staying on the 19s from 2-7-1, back up to the 20s, and now he's pulling at darts, but a good final dart gives him a ghost of a chance, but he's just outside the finishing territory. Yeah,
1-7-2. Lukeman 1-2-4 has 6 darts if he needs them. Gets a treble 20. Should be down at the 16s. Doesn't need to go 14 ball. Wants double 8. Oh, well. Depending how loud you have us, you would have heard that, and that was clipping the wire, the outside wire of double 8.
Well, he's doubling at the moment, as Mace rightly said. He's not good. 22%, 6 hit out of 27 attempts.
Yeah, he's had 3 times the amount of darts at a double than his opponent, but he's only hit 6. Make that 7.
Much better from Smash. And he goes back in front, so Kumar had the lead in this third set. Now Lukeman's broken him, and Lukeman now throws in leg 4 for the chance to go 2-1 into the lead. Kumar's average dipping below 85, whilst Lukeman's is just edging over 90 in this set. Not helped by that opening throw. Nitin needs a treble here. He gets himself an 81 scored to have a marginal lead. Sure, he'd love to do what Lukeman did to him in the last leg and get himself 50 to 100 points ahead. Lovely first start on Kumar's latest visit. Can't follow it, that treble 20 up, just dips below, and then across to the left again for 85. But he is 50 points ahead, Mace, after 6 darts apiece.
Single 5 as well for Lukeman's not going to help his cause. Only 45, so 340 on the Lukeman throw, and Kumar on 335. He's at the hockey. He can find a ton or a ton 40 here. He's got a great opportunity to break back, and then he will throw for the set in leg 5. It's currently 1 set apiece. Lukeman leading 2-1.
Lukeman saw for likes of Rob Cross and Peter Wright, Ross Smith, Smudger on that run to the final of the Grand Slam of darts at Wolverhampton back in the late autumn. It's great to see that event stayed in Wolverhampton as well after all the years at the Civic. That it's still.
Yeah, they just couldn't come to a deal. It's been completely renovated. You wouldn't even recognise it there.
I haven't been since it's been done, but I wouldn't. Yeah.
Yeah, and the PDC did try to do a deal to take it back there because it is such an iconic venue, very much like the Winter Gardens is for the match play. You couldn't really see that being anywhere else.
Now, chance to break back for Nitin Kumar, but he needs the biggest finish possible, 170.
It's not going to happen.
No, single 20 underneath. Comes down to the 19s. Treble 3, looks at his right hand. About the release of that last dart. Lukeman for the set wants 107. 19 scored. 88 left. You've just heard Kirk Bevins confirming.
Hear him say again, 72 left. The players can ask because they check, which would, the referee would then tell them what they've scored, and they go check, check, and they'll tell them what's left.
Nice.
That used to be the etiquette. Now it's what's left.
Only 57 for tops there, did Kumar.
64.
Only 64 scored. So, for the set and a 2-1 lead, Martin Lukeman wants double top.
It's only just in the 16.
Over the top of tops and too far below, so a chance for Kumar to equalise. 58 required, and the crowd getting behind the man from India. 18 hit, and he steps back. He took that, he did that before. The rhythm player steps away.
Yeah, and it worked. Will it work this time?
Crowd rise to him. First dart is over the top, one dart left in his hand, and it's not much closer.
I just think that whole stepping back allows the crowd to get involved and pressure builds. You don't want to give yourself too much thinking time in this sport.
Well, now Lukeman's whipping the crowd up, saying, come on, give me some encouragement here. Double 10 for the set for Smash. Why is it on the outside? Couldn't have been much closer. That's more than close. That's right in there. And Smash goes 2 sets to 1 up in a race to 3 on talkSPORT 2.
Yeah, he's leading. It's just far from convincing for me. Kumar there had such an opportunity to level things up. And then potentially go 2-1 up in sets because he would have had the darts. But you can see at some point Lukeman's just going to move through the gears. Maybe it'll be in this set, leading 2-1. The relief of winning that set, knowing that, right, I've got 2 sets and I need to just win one of them. But credit to Kumar here. He's played some good stuff.
He has. He's not managed a maximum, but he's matched Lukeman for ton-plus scores up to this point at least, although Lukeman's just popped in a ton-plus score to go 2019 ahead in that particular statistic.
Yeah, but it doesn't feel like he's getting massively outplayed. But he does find himself 2 sets to 1 down.
Now, what can Kumar do here? Here's a chance for a maximum. There it is! Almost as soon as I mentioned he's not got one, he pops one in. Fair play, Nitin Kumar.
Lovely. Well, whatever happens in this match, he's got plenty to take away from this, to study and analyse and look at where he feels like he needs to make improvements and what he needs to do to make those improvements. For me, it's just getting used to playing at a higher level, and well, sport's one of those things you either sink or swim.
Right, genuine chance to break the throw here at the start of this 4th set for Nitin Kumar. Lukeman's waiting on 83, 117 for Kumar, hits 25.
Yeah.
Went for treble 20 for double 16, but only got a single. Lovely pick up a treble 16.
Yeah, I just can't. There's no logic in that route.
Okay.
And again, that's elements of the game where he could improve.
66 left. Bullseye. Oh, yes! From out of nowhere. Lukeman picks out a bullseye and takes the first leg when it looked like he might get broken.
And That's the difference at this level, isn't it? That ability to just turn it on when you need to.
Make the best of a bad start to a visit.
Yeah.
So Lukeman is 2 away from the second round.
And I mean, and Martin be the first to admit he's a mile off where he'd want to be, but a lot of that is down to the pressure that Kumar's put on him. And when you are such a massive favourite, there is that pressure, because you don't want to lose, obviously, but when you're playing someone you're massively expected to beat, it does add an element of jeopardy.
I wonder whether players look at these odds, like we heard from William here, what, 10 to 1 on. If you catch sight of that as a player,
he was 25 to 1 on, but I've seen as big as 33 to 1 on.
And that must get in your head. If you see that and you're unprepared for it, then that must lull you into a false sense of security about your place in the game, and probably fire up the opposition. It's like, stick those odds up on the dressing room wall, lads.
Yeah,
that's what they think.
Yeah, I like that analogy. It's perfect. Use it to inspire.
Kumar's got a chance to level. He's down to 126, although that's a good 140 visit from Lukeman to get himself down to a finish of 157. Kumar wants another treble 19. Oh, he would have had that for Bullseye. The dart deflected away from the treble and stayed in the single. 157 Lukeman. That won't go with just a single 19 hit at the start. Again, you can hear Kurt Bevins, the countdown king. 78 left. It's treble 1 there, Lukeman.
Yeah, just straying away from the targeted treble 18. So the single 20 leaves 48. Oh dear, oh dear. He's missed the big number. And you've got a big target there, Dance, because what you should be doing is aiming for the wire in between, because up leaves your tops, down leaves your double 16, and they're next to each other.
But he dropped into 7 instead.
Absolute schoolboy error, that one.
So he's on double 16, but Lukeman, who took out a 2-dart kill with 3 darts in the last leg, now wants 75 to go within a leg of victory.
Single 18 for tops.
There it is. Tops he needs. Tops he does not get. So a reprieve for Nitin Kumar and a chance to draw level in this fourth set. Double 16 for the Indian. Yes. And a rueful look to the roof of Alexandra Palace as he goes to the back of the stage, just acknowledges the crowd with a little subtle finger point.
Well, he's impossible not to like. He's literally...
He's too cool for school, isn't he?
Yeah, he's playing his art out up there, and it's great to see, and great to see him enjoying it as well, because his previous visits haven't been memorable ones, but when you're taking a guy deep into a match who's one of the established pro players now in World Darts, a major finalist within the last month or so.
It's at least the third bounce out that Lukeman's had. I don't think it caught the dart. I think it might caught the barrel of the one dart, actually, rather than the wire.
It was a deflection that didn't even allow the point to get to the board.
And as Nico and Mason have been at pains to point out, getting a deflection, genuine deflection off the wire these days is nigh impossible compared to the size of the wires you had to play with.
Yeah, they're razor thin now, and you rarely get a bounce out. When you do them, they almost ping all the way back to the hockey.
Land in your head. Like those gifts you get sent if you're playing darts. 260 Kumar, 268 Lukeman.
He's not comfortable at all here, is he, Lukeman? You can tell he's feeling it. It's down to 210, so Kumar.
But his trebleless visits are creeping up as well towards Kumar's levels. 24 for Kumar, 21 Lukeman. There's a chance for a max here for Kumar. There it is. What a time to pull out your second 180 and leave yourself on a 2-dart finish.
Single 20 for Lukeman, comes for cover, finds it twice. What a shot that is. Leaves himself 76, but it's Kumar up first for a break and throw in set 4. He wants double 10, 2 in hand.
Again, steps back. It's going to allow the crowd to get involved. Mace mentioned this before. He's an inch wide to the right, 1 dart left in his hand. He's having to decide what side of the oche to stand on, because the second dart is blocking the view. Goes to the right and hits single 6.
But this is things where someone with, you know, if he was around people with experience, they would, you know, exactly the first thing I'd pick up on. If I was in the crowd, I'd be like, don't do that. Double
8 Lukeman. One dart left. Got it. He's one leg away from victory.
And there was not one moment of hesitation there. He used that first dart on the wire as his guide.
Yeah.
For not just for sighting the dart, but for the weight of dart and the adjustment needed. When you step away, it's just like from starting over.
Oh, another 180 from Kumar, this time to start the fourth leg, and he's got to be perfect in this set from this point on. Otherwise, he's out. Nice 137 from Lukeman in response. The chance for a 9-darter is gone. So a chance for £60,000 for the player, the prostate cancer charity, and a random punter here at Ali Pali is also gone. That happened yesterday, though. Chris, the railway worker from Sutton in Surrey, suddenly found himself...
I wonder if he plays darts at all, because Tim Vine plays darts in that league, doesn't he, in the Sutton League?
I was down there with Tim in Sutton at Sutton United. He had a charity event where he was taking on all comers for a leg of darts.
Oh, brilliant.
And it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I bet.
As you can imagine.
Yeah, he's a smashing fella. Real good company. Super knowledgeable about the darts as well.
I'm sure we'll see Tim before the tournament is active.
Yeah, he always comes.
Tim, if you're listening, hello, mate. Look forward to seeing you.
Well, this is some leg from Lukeman to get him over the line. He's gone 137, 140, 140. He's left 84 after 9. Nitin back on 183 minus these. And it's only 58.
For the match. Treble 20 would leave double 12. 64 left.
Already had a ball finish, hasn't he? So he'll be going 14 ball here.
Bullseye for the match for Smash. Oh, he's way out. Way out. I think he hit single 9 there. Left himself on 41. Kurt Bevan's just having a sneaky look. What does he require? Nitin 125. He's worked it out. Can the Indian player stay in it?
No. Single 2. I mean, he could have got lucky there and picked out a 15, which would have left him 110. But he's found a treble to leave himself 44 if he gets a go. But this will be 9 and double 16, I would presume.
For the match, it is indeed double 16 for Martin Lukeman to go through to round 2. Inside double 16, double 8 next door is pinned, and that's that. And Smash is through. In the end, winning by 3 sets to 1. Nitin Kumar of India has won his first ever set at a World Championships, and that was the set to take the lead. But Smash came back, and he's just leaning against the board in relief that he's got the job done. He will face Goldfinger, Andrew Gilding, in the next round. Again, a race to 5 sets, and he'll want to play a little bit better than that, although he did average just a shade under 87. But yeah, he'll need to play better than that, mate, you would suggest.
Yeah, and at the end of the match, Dance, he sort of wiped his brow and went, phew, because in spells there, Nitin Kumar was giving him a bit of a test and a bit of examination, and he was struggling, and I think because of fear of losing. And listen, when you're a 33-1 on shot, you don't want to be losing, and that adds pressure. But listen, in spells, he looked very, very good. That last leg there, well, it was a 14-darter in the end, and that got the job done. But in one way, it was good that he had a little test. In another way, it's great for him that he's got over the line, because he doesn't come back now until after Christmas. So that means the Christmas turkey will taste just that little bit better.
Well, I look forward to having a chat with Smash in a little while backstage. You'll hear that on talkSPORT 2. You'll see it on our talkSPORT Darts YouTube channel, all the interviews with the great and the good here at the PDC World Darts Championship. But stay right here on this frequency, because next up we are into round 2, and Robert Owen of Wales with a must-win encounter from his perspective as he looks to hold on to his tour card as he takes on the former semi-finalist here at Ali Pali, the German Gabriel Clements. Mark Wilson and Paul Nicholson will guide you through that next here on your home of darts on the radio. It works and it wins awards. talkSPORT 2.